As he touched down, the undercarriage absorbed the moderate impact of the landing as it dug slightly into the sand and rolled forward. Giles slowed the vessel down, kicking up quite a shower of sand and other material in the process as he brought Calypso gently to a halt, both the vessel and the undercarriage intact. Giles carefully powered down the engine systems, unfastened his safety harness, and checked the other systems were fully operational. All that remained was then to send a confirmation message to Ogier confirming his exact landing position and the fact he had touched down intact. With a sigh of relief, he was able to establish contact with Ogier. It was strange that having a link, no matter how tenuous, to Mars still felt good. He was probably more relieved to have access to the scanners and computers on board Ogier. Giles then collected his primary equipment, including survival gear, binoculars, and a few other essential supplies, which were carefully tucked into a backpack and prepared to take his first steps on the surface of hope. The hatch opened easily and clambered up onto the roof of Calypso, standing half in and half out of his protective shell as he waited for the last of the dust he disturbed to settle back down to the surface and take his first look around. Looking back to the west, he could see grey rain clouds framed by that azure blue sky still marvelled and intrigued him. Below the clouds was gently rolling scrubland. To the north, the scrubland turned into an area filled with a greater preponderance of shrubs, bushes, and small trees, indicating either a better quality of soil or more plentiful water supply, or possibly both. To the east, you can make out much more than just a horizon due to the gentle slope of his landing site and the still settling dust. He thought that beyond the dust he could make out some smoke, probably from the fires created to clear the land. It would be too far away to make out any cooking fires, even from this vantage point. He then turned south. He had the shock of his life. He was being observed. Well, no, more than that, he was being studied. The creature doing the studying was humanoid, was short of 2 meters in height, standing with a stick or a staff in hand, as if waiting to see how Giles would react. He had no idea how long he'd been observed. Apparently, the landing and subsequent dust storm had attracted more attention than he'd bargained for. Maybe he should have landed at a greater distance from the settlement. There was no time to second-guess himself now. First question was whether to go back inside, come out completely, or remain where he was. Going back inside, whilst being safer, was of little value, since he needed to come out at some stage and meet these people. Coming out of the vessel completely might be regarded as an aggressive act in an already possibly tense situation, so Giles did the only reasonable thing he could: remain where he was and continue to study his new companion and wait to see what happened next. Now the dust was completely gone. He could see that his new being was dressed in some form of dyed linen cloth, showing that whilst these folk, although they didn't have any large manufacturing capability, could produce some worked goods. Underneath the clothes, he was now certain he could no longer describe these folk as merely humanoid. They were, in fact, human.